What's good, everybody? It's about everybody, meaning like the three people that are probably going to see this. But it is about 7:30 a.m. I've been out since around 6 in the morning because I have yet another spike in my motivation and my drive to get my life together. When I say another spike in my drive and my motivation, it's because I've been trying to, oh, look at this, it's a truck while I'm recording. And now I look like a douche. And he's staring at me like I'm a douche. But anyway, I have been trying to get my life together since I was like 14 years old. I'm 20 years old now. So it's been 16 years of me trying to get my shit together. Now, I'm gonna keep on switching hands, I don't give a shit. But when I say get my shit together, I mean get my grades up in school, because I was in high school, get my health together, get my body in shape, get some definition, right? Because I'm a little scrawny, right? I don't got too much going on. But yeah, a lot of things that I'm just trying to get together. As life went on, I started smoking weed and stuff. And I was like, I started smoking at 14. And by 15, I was like, I gotta stop. This is not affecting me the right way. It doesn't agree with me. You know how it reacts differently to different people? Well, it don't react so good with me. Started getting mad anxious every time because, of course, growing up in a religious Muslim household, there's gonna be a lot of pushback once you get caught smoking weed, which I got caught, but the second time I was doing it. It's terrible. But there's a lot of things that I wanted to improve on. And what was the key that I needed the entire time, every single time that I had to improve? What was the one thing that everybody told me I needed most? Motivation and willpower. That's all you need. Just push like a pregnant woman in the delivery room. Just go. Just push through. And if you push hard enough, then you'll get to a certain point. Once you get to that point, then you're not ever gonna fall back down ever in your life. You're gonna be scarred from the time that you were down there. And once you live a quality life, then everything's gonna be so much better that you're gonna say, never will I ever go back to the habits that took me to that dark place. Never will I ever reach rock bottom again. That turned out to be bullshit every single time, because every time I stopped doing some shit, I would stop it for like 2 weeks and I would push. Never gonna do it again. No more blunts. No more. But guess what I was doing 2 weeks later? Munching on chips, watching The Office, high as shit. Clearly it wasn't working too well. Because even for stopping, like for cigarettes, when people quit cigarettes, they'll go back after like a couple months and they'll be like, oh shit, I didn't even make it a couple months. I was back within days when it came to weed, when it came to pornography, when it came to all this type of shit. And I was like, what am I doing wrong besides the actual habits themselves? I was like, maybe I should build new habits to replace these. But then whenever you get a replacement habit and you try to fulfill an addiction with a replacement habit, you end up getting addicted to the replacement. At least for me. That was working out real funny like. For example, I was smoking cigarettes a lot. Not a lot. A good like 5 or 6 a day. Up to 10 or 12. I was smoking very regularly. And that's what was going on. See this pond? What a nice pond. I'm gonna sit right here. Make sure there's no goose poop. No, that's goose poop. But yeah, man. I would try to get my motivation, my willpower, and I would just push through. And I'll be like, come on. And then I wouldn't do it. I came across something that was talking about motivation and willpower and how that's bullshit. And I was like, right, it is bullshit. Because it's never worked. And the guy, his name was Dan Locke. He's been viral recently. He's a cool dude. He was like, motivation and willpower are bullshit because they're not sustainable. You have to get an environment and kind of forces you to keep on going, as opposed to just trying to muster up the willpower from out of thin air. And I was like, man, that's true. So now all I gotta do is find an environment. And guess what the fuck I did? Not go to college, meaning not being around my peers that are doing shit that I want to do, and the only ones that are free are ones that don't go to college. their lives are even shittier than mine. And I'm like, damn. And everything just was not going well. But what I did notice, I was about to spend another 12 to 15 hours in bed because I didn't have a job and I'm not going to school. Then what I would start to do is I would start uploading Snapchat stories of me getting out of bed, making my bed, brushing my teeth, and I had to start doing shit in the morning if I wanted these Snapchat stories to be anywhere near entertaining. And a couple people, it helped. A couple people were like, oh, you know, these are really like peaceful. I like watching these in the morning. These are nice. And I was like, all right, cool. Of course, a couple people were like, this is annoying. Why do you do this? And I was like, shut up. Just swipe like that to just get to the next story. Stop bitching to me. You're my cousin. You're supposed to support me. We're family. Anyway, once I started doing that, I realized that content creation was the only thing that I always had that always seemed pretty cool to me. Cool enough to get me out of bed. Of course, there's a lot of things that I dream of doing. I want to learn Aikido. I want to become an 8th Dan Aikido instructor. That shit sounds amazing. I would love to lead that life. I would love to lead that to the death of me. That sounds insane. I love it. But do I get up every day and do I train? Absolutely not. Of course, that makes me question how much do I really love it, but it's the only thing that's been on my mind for more than a couple weeks before it just disappears. That's the whole point of this channel. I'm gonna start getting my shit together and holding myself accountable by way of recording myself on my iPhone. I guess I should say where I'm at right now in terms of a couple things. I'll have to come up with categories, but for now we're gonna go with the very famous 3 categories: mind, body, and spirit. When it comes to mind, I think the only way my mind can improve is going to school. The mind will improve with body and spirit. All right, well, you know what? All right, to improve my mind, to get myself to be sharper, right? I gotta start having a regular circadian rhythm. Gotta get my sleep cycle in check. I gotta get my blood flowing, get some exercise going, but that pertains to the body. Maybe do some reading, some focus, get off my phone. I spent all day, I spent my entire day on my phone, and I never thought I would be that type of dude, because in high school I was really spiritual. I was the dude, I had crystals. That's the type of spiritual I was in high school. I was just, I would skip class to meditate with my friends. So that's the type of shit I was into. So I never thought I would be the type to get stuck on my phone all day, but here I am. For mind, I could get off my phone by doing other shit. I could get back to meditating. That sounds about right for my mind. For body, here's where I'm at, all right? These are my muscles, if you could see them at all. I'm pretty scrawny, except for my gut, because I got a gut going right now. I'm not pushing it out. This is me pushing it out. This is my regular gut, and this is me sucking it in. I want to get my arms a little bulkier. I want to get my abdomen a little tighter. And yeah, that's mind and body. For spirit, I want to go back to what I was doing in high school. I was so happy in high school. I felt really good about myself. And maybe it's because I was pretentious little shit. But if it takes being pretentious to feel better than I am feeling now, then fuck it. Who cares about morals? I'm just trying to be cool with myself, trying to be a little happier in my life. And you know what I was doing in high school? I had my crystals. And I was meditating very often. You know, what else would make me happier? Oh, a lot of my wardrobe was lost in an event that shall not be described, but essentially all my clothes were set on fire by my cousin. And I asked him why he set my clothes on fire, and he said, the devil plays with thread. And I think that's all anybody needs to hear. So I lost most of my wardrobe, and it was actually all the clothes that I liked to wear. So now I'm left with clothes that I do not wear, or I did not wear, and I never liked to wear, and they don't fit nice, and I don't like that. So I think what would make me happier is working to get my wardrobe together, working to get a nicer body to put that wardrobe on, having a nice mind to go with that nice body and that nice wardrobe, so I'm not just a douche walking around just jacked. I don't want to be one of those. These are the goals happening right now. I'm gonna try and do this whole thing, take videos of me and my progress and what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll make a separate video on what I'm trying to do to where that's a fat cicada. I'm trying to take videos on what I'm doing, try and work out. To work out what I'm doing with my wardrobe, I'll start taking things, writing them down, making them real organized, start out plans, bullet journaling, scheduling, get a little weekly planner. Ooh, it's gonna be crazy, y'all. We're gonna do this whole thing and I'm gonna record all of it. It's gonna be crazy, all right? So join me on my journey going far and wide to improve on myself, be the best version that I can be. We're gonna get back to meditating, working out, all of that. All right, Joe. Peace.